Welcome, little readers, to another episode of Read Aloud with me, TMKC. Today's book is called Davy in the Snow by Brigitte Weninger and Eve Tharlet. Let's get to it. Davy in the Snow. One bright winter morning, Mother baked a delicious carrot cake. "Yum, yummy! You're the best baker in the world," said the rabbit children, Davy, Manny, Max, Lena, and Mia, licking their lips. "I learned how to bake from your grandmother," Mommy said, smiling. "It's a shame she can't have a taste of this cake." "But Mia and I could take her a piece," suggested Davy. "It's not far, and we're big enough to do it." As soon as Davy and Mia and the sled were on their way to visit their grandparents. There's Mama Rabbit and Davy and Mia. The snow sparkled like diamonds on the trees and bushes. "We live in an enchanted forest," said Mia. Davy only nodded to save his breath while he was pulling the sled. But that didn't help. When they reached the high hill, little Mia had to get off the sled and use her own legs. "Oof! It's so steep," she complained. But Davy comforted her. "On the way back, we'll be able to slide all the way down the hill with a single whoosh." What a lovely surprise! The grandparents were delighted to see their grandchildren. They sat in the warm living room, drank berry tea, and munched the carrot cake. "Absolutely delicious," said Grandma. "Better than mine." The children nodded proudly. "Is that a picture of a cake?" asked Mia, pointing to a picture on the wall.
"No," laughed Grandpa. "That was our rabbit house when the great snow came. When I was Davy's age, one day it snowed so much that my little brother and I couldn't find our way home."
"Whoa, so what did you do?" asked Davy, wide-eyed. Grandpa told him the story of the great snow adventure, and Mia and Grandma played games. After a while, Grandpa Rabbit said,
"Children, you'd better go home. There are clouds in the sky and it's going to snow again. But if you leave now, you'll get home long before it starts."
Grandma gave the cake back to Mia. "I've packed some raspberry juice and oat cookies for the family. The recipe in the tin. Bye-bye and give our love to everyone. Be very careful on your way home." "Of course we will," promised Davy. "We're old enough to look after ourselves." The first thick snowflakes began. The first thick snowflakes began to fall as they made their way home. Davy and Mia made good progress and looked forward to sliding down High Hill. And there it was! Davy shouted, "Ready, steady, go!" And away they whooshed down the narrow path. Mia screamed with delight, "Yee-haw!" But farther down there was a big bump. Davy and Mia, together with the sled and the bag, went flying into the deep snow. Ah! Whoa! They were both laughing as they pulled themselves up out of the snow, and then felt around for all their things. They found the bag and the raspberry juice, Mia's scarf, and the sled. But where, oh where, was the path? Davy's heart began to thump with fear because all around them there was nothing but whiteness. So what should they do now? He thought about Grandpa's adventure.
"If you lose the way, you mustn't rush around in a panic," Grandpa had said. "Then you'd just be wasting your energy. The best thing to do is look for a safe place where you are now. Help is sure to come soon."
Mia asked, "Are we going home now, Davy? It's getting dark." Soon," stammered Davy, who didn't want to frighten his little sister. "First, let's play the game Grandpa played during his big adventure and build ourselves a little winter cabin. We could even spend the night there. Would you like that?" "Yes!" shouted Mia. "What should I do?" "We'll collect some branches and leaves," said Davy. It's pretty smart of them. Look, they're building it inside underneath some tree branches. Stay out of the winter snow.
If you spend the night in the open air, it's very important to keep yourself as warm as possible and to stay awake, Grandpa had said. My little brother and I told each other jokes and sang songs, and we kept wiggling our paws.
While Davy fetched some branches, Mia collected dry leaves. But suddenly she shouted, "Davy, look! There are lights here!" Davy plodded through the snow to her and picked up some glowing green branches. "Cool, Mia, you found some foxfire," he said cheerfully. "Fungus on the wood makes it glow." Not long afterward, the snowy forest was covered in darkness, but Davy and Mia sat safe and sound in their leafy cabin under the fir tree. Davy had stuck Mia's paws in a pile of leaves, and he held his little sister tightly to keep her warm. Now, in the glow of the foxfire wood, they nibbled oat cookies, and Davy began to tell Mia the longest enchanted forest story in the world. And then the good fairy shouted, "Davy, Mia, whispered Mia. I just heard Mommy and Daddy. Davy! Mia! I hear Manny, Max, and Lena too, shouted Davy. They've come to fetch us. Hello! We're over here! There could not have been a happier reunion. All the family laughed and hugged one another, but Davy whispered in his father's ear, I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention and lost the way. But Daddy picked him up, gave him a piggyback ride, and said, You did everything right, Davy. Even if we hadn't found you until much later, nothing bad would have happened. You're really clever children because you knew how to make yourselves safe. Mia cuddled up to Mommy and squealed. We've eaten all the cookies, yours too, but the recipe is still in the tin. And we've left some raspberry juice. Wonderful. Tomorrow morning we'll have hot raspberry juice and some fresh cookies and an exciting story all about Davy and Mia in the big snow, said Mommy with a smile. But now let's go. And soon afterward, they were all safe and sound back home. Looks like Davy fell asleep. The end. Thanks for reading with me, TMKC. Today's book was Davy in the Snow by Brigitte Weninger and Eve Tharlet. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and if this is a bedtime story, tuck those blankets up tight, get snuggled in, and have very sweet dreams. Good night, little readers.